Oh, hi. Welcome back. Hi. Hi there. Hi, King. Welcome in. Hi. Wow, it's a time, isn't it? It's it's like 10 p.m. my time. It actually is 10 p.m. my time. Specifically, it's 10:04 p.m. my time. Approximately 7 hours later than I was supposed to stream. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. Hello, sorry, I had to sneeze. So yeah, hi, welcome to 10 p.m. my time. It's, what is it? I don't know. Some goddamn, it's Coworking, baby. That's right. Welcome back to No More Games. I've been putting off work for several weeks. I've been in a rut. I've been in a really bad rut, actually, and yeah, no, I've kind of just been in a really bad rut. I have several projects I'm working on at the moment, none of which have been making good progress because, like I said, I've been in a pretty bad rut. I've been kind of just, you know, not been able, not for any good reason, of course. I've literally just been unable to get work done on account of not having the motivation to do it. And so now I'm sitting here like, well, you know, I guess I should get on that, huh? Yes, I should try and get back on these things. And I thought, hey, what better way to motivate myself to do all that than to hop on stream and have people watch me while I do it. So that's what we're gonna do. I am going to sit here. I am going to work for at least 3 hours. Oh, pardon me, I have to cough. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here. I'm going to work for at least 3 hours. My goal is to, the project I'm currently working on has a lot of typesetting. So my goal is to finish half of the typesetting I have to do, right? My hope is to finish half my typesetting so that I can then kind of submit this, put it aside, and not stress out over it anymore, you know? And so that's what I want to do. Whether or not that ends up being what I actually do, it is, of course, up for debate. You know, I think my plan is that I want to do this, right? And then if I manage to get more than halfway through this, I'd like to just go all the way. Like, if within 2 hours I get to, or if within the 3 hours I set, I get to the point I want to get to, which is the halfway point, then I think what I'll do is just go ahead and finish all of it in one sitting, and this will be like a 6-hour stream. Because this is going to kind of be, hang on, I have to cough again, sorry, jeez. This is why I try not to eat right before I get on here, because inevitably I cough crazy. Sounds gross, and I have to keep muting myself. But yeah, yeah, that's kind of it. This is a weird stream. I've never done a co-working stream before, so I don't know how thoroughly people usually kind of set this up on. But you know, my ideal situation is that I get a lot of this done, and I don't have to do this again because I'll just like get kicked back into gear. If on the extreme off chance, there's no way this is gonna happen because the thing I have to typeset has like 100 pages. There's no way I get through all 100 pages tonight. But if on the off chance I do get through, hang on, I have to cough again. Oh my gosh. If on the off chance I do get through all of this tonight within like a reasonable amount of time, probably switch over to some other work too. I don't know though. I highly doubt that's going to be what happens. just because, like, there's no way, you know? Like, there's quite genuinely no freaking way that happens. I would be shocked if I even get to the halfway point, but that's what I'm gonna try for. If I end up going 5 hours and I'm not at the halfway point, I think I'll just cut things off and say, okay, you know, that was good. That was a good amount of work done. Obviously, I need to lock in more, but for the moment, this is the plan. Also, like I said, it's extremely late. This is gonna be a pretty quiet stream. I mean, as quiet as my voice can make itself, you know. But yeah, that's the current plan. And to get started, I guess let's make something to drink really quick before we get into the work. We're not having tea this time, purely because I forgot to. I still haven't washed my tea table from last time. I've been extremely freaking lazy and just have not washed that thing. So we're not gonna have tea. We're going to have coffee, which I bought some fresh coffee. Not good coffee. Also, I feel like calling it fresh, kind of inaccurate. Hang on, here it is. This is the coffee I have. Ooh, this is kind of all over the place. Here we go. This isn't coffee. This is just my coffee. Like, this is just what I make coffee in. This is my little thing. But here's my coffee thing. And yeah, and you can see my things are scrunched up because I'm actually wearing a long sleeve shirt. So these are over top of it because I'm not going to be wearing these for long. But yeah, the goal here is just make some nice coffee that I can sip on. I've got my biggest vessel so that I can make a lot of coffee, you know? And yeah, hopefully all goes well. There we go, that's boiling. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds to cool off. I don't want it bubbling while I'm trying to make coffee. And yeah, also, just for the record, I will not be showing what I'm working on because there's not like an NDA or anything, and there's no privacy agreement with what I'm working on. But I'd feel bad if I showed the work I'm doing to my chat before I showed it to my client. So we are just not going to do that. We are going to, I'm going to have like a graphic up on screen, and that'll be all that's on screen. You know? I'm sorry if that's very boring. Here, I'll draw something actually. Let me open MS Paint. Working. Actually, no, not MS. What am I saying? MS Paint. I literally fucking OBS just has features for this thing. Anyway, here's my nice little thing. I can warm this up and dump that out. I have a. Don't worry, I'm not dumping this onto my desk. I have a bowl sitting back there that is catching all this for me. But yeah, today's coffee is a Walmart Great Value brand caramel pecan coffee. Usually I buy a fancier brand of coffee that I'm not going to name because it's technically a local brand. I think most people in my chat actually just know where I live. More or less, like, they know the state I'm in, so I don't think it's actually that big a deal if I said, like, oh yeah, I'm drinking this coffee. Actually, I don't know. I feel like it's bad to, like, shout it from the rooftops is all, you know? I think it's a good idea to have, excuse me, some level of self-preservation entombed in my mind, but regardless. Oh, I missed there. All right, we're gonna bloom. And while we bloom, that stuff is kind of good. Yeah, the Walmart coffee ain't bad is the thing. Also, hi Mason, but yeah, no, Walmart coffee is surprisingly not bad at all. I thought it would be a lot worse than it is, because it's like $2 less than the name brand I get, but it is honestly, like, it doesn't taste the same. You know, it's not the same flavor that I like, but it's not a bad flavor. Like, I think while I'm still on a budget is the thing. So I think I'm going to keep buying it for the moment while I'm on this budget. No idea what state I live in. Okay, yeah. It's something I've mentioned a few times on stream. You know? It's not something I've mentioned a lot, and it's like, I don't really care because, like, you know, it's not as if you could fucking look me up or anything. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like the OPSEC in me, you know, the old anonymous image board user in me who's like, oh, you should not fucking say anything about yourself online. You should not say anything. You should use they them pronouns while you're using online forums, so nobody can even get no information about yourself. Pure 100%, information safety. They them. You're doing it for anonymity and nothing else, and then suddenly you're not doing it for anonymity anymore. But it's yeah, I don't know. There's still that part of me. I mean, I think that there's one of my most popular streams is literally me talking about where I moved to. There's multiple streams of that, but we'll say it's an open chat. It's an open secret here. I'm gonna put a finger up to you. Open secret. No. Hang on. Can I hang on. Can I move? I can't. Obviously, I can't fucking put it over myself. But it's an open secret chat. If you know, keep it quiet. And if you don't know, don't worry. It's not important. Sorry. The point is, I've been on an extreme budget as of late. Also, I totally forgot to ask. Don't want people to know anything but your first name and nothing else. Good idea. I don't even like people knowing my first name, honestly. The fact that you know my name is Zett at all, that's already way more than most people get. I'm telling most people I meet in my day-to-day life a fake name. Are you crazy? It is weird sometimes, actually. I go by there's 3 different names I'm actively going by. Because most people I know IRL, refer to me by, the fake name I use. And I'm not calling myself Zett here. You guys all know me as Zett. And then people at my job, people I used to know who I don't talk to as much, know me by my dead name. Which isn't great, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I've always taken that very seriously. I don't know. I guess I was just raised at the right time. I was raised in that period where it's hey, you should not post any information about yourself online. There's no photo. Even if you looked, even when I was using social media like Facebook and Instagram, there were no photos of me posted. When I used Instagram, I was posting pictures of fucking food I cooked and things I bought. I was taking nice aesthetic photos of the lotion I'd buy and the fucking food I'd bake at 1 a.m. There was not a fucking, I was not posting. I don't think I've ever posted an image of myself online. I probably had friends and family post images of me online, but I'm not putting that shit up there. And even if they did post pictures of me online, you can't fucking find me by that shit. I don't go by that anymore. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I just realized I don't actually have a mug, so I'm gonna run and grab that super quick. Give me 1 sec. What? Need a mug. What mug? I am going to use my glass. I really like. By the way, I totally didn't ask. How's your day going, Mason? It's really late for me. I don't know if it's also late for you. It might be, it might not be. I'm not sure, but hope your day's going good, or your night, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Okay, moving on. This is done. I'm gonna lift this. Get a couple shakes, looks good. I'll throw that in my waste bin back here, and yeah. We'll pour ourselves a cup. The thing with, if you've never made coffee with one of those, the thing I always find weird about this is that this has this big thing. I bought this for $3 at a Goodwill, by the way. This thing has a spout here that you see and you'd think, oh, this is how you're supposed to pour the coffee out. But no, if you use this spout to pour the coffee out, it's gonna spurt. Look, you can see it's this really nasty, it goes kind of everywhere if you do it like that. And it's really not good. The way you're supposed to pour coffee out of this is by turning it on its side, and then you get look, you get this super smooth pour. Look how smooth that shit is. It's so weird that they make them like this. Why not just make it the entirely round edge? Why have the fake pretend lip here to pour this out? I don't get it. What's the point? Why have that? That's so weird and confusing. What is the point? Oh, whatever though. Random things I think about sometimes. Going well, only 11:17. Ooh, EST or nice. I used to be EST before they kicked me out for calling Long Island. hate that. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why they do it. But anyway, here's our coffee. I took off my glove because it's getting hot. But cheers, chat. I'm gonna have a sip. That's good coffee. I like coffee. By the way, I do take my coffee black, just like I drink my tea. I don't eat or drink much else. I'll only put cream in my coffee if I'm having like iced coffee, or if I'm having like cold brew or something, and I want like, I only put stuff in my coffee if I'm in a soft drink. If I'm in a coffee mood, there's nothing in it. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll just throw stuff up on screen? I don't know. Yes. Let's just play some music. I'll start playing some music and then we'll, you know, let me mute my room music real quick and just throw up an audio capture. Spotify. Oh, never mind. I already have something on Spotify. Music. Okay, no, fucking OBS. Come on. Which one of my fucking scenes has a Spotify thing? What the hell? Hello? Which one of these has fucking Spotify? Not this one. Not this one. This one has Spotify. That's strange. That's strange. Whatever though. Alright, well, let's just listen to some music then, shall we? Yeah, that's nice. This is a bit loud on. I'll turn it up on your end. Okay. Let me throw up. Oh, there should be a thing here. OBS current. Oh, I don't have OBS current song on. That's why. Okay, hang on. I gotta launch OBS current song. So you can see. Actually, this is all just royalty-free music. I probably don't need to. Whatever, we'll just leave it as is. Anyway, time for me to get to work. I'm gonna throw some text up on screen. If you've never been to a co-working stream before, which I have actually never done a co-working stream before, this is new for everyone involved. And the idea is that we're all gonna get our work done. We're all gonna sit here like a what's it called? Collaborative play? Collaborative, like, what's it called when like you have a bunch of toddlers play right next to each other? And it's like yeah, what is it called? Like you have two kids play next to each other and it's like better for them. And it's like, you know, I completely forget what it's called. It's not called co-play. It's called like something weird. But that's like the idea, is that we're all working at the same time, in the same room, listening to the same music, kind of hanging out, just getting our work done. And that's... yeah, that's like the idea, you know, is that this is supposed to make it easier to work. I don't know if that's true. We'll see, but this is going to be a kind of quiet stream because of that. Now, there might be less talking than normal, but, you know, the idea is that we're all getting work done together. Yeah. Your granddad used to say you like your women like you like your coffee strong and black. That is a pretty common saying, I think. I know when I was in the Scouts, a guy said that. We were all like, wow, that's such a crazy thing. We can't believe you said that. Ha ha ha. Ha ha, that's so cool. Ha ha. And, you know. Then I heard like 10 more people say it. I was like, oh, that's just a common phrase. Okay. It's true. I do like my coffee black. Don't comment on the other. Anyway, let me figure out. I'm gonna undock my chat. I need to like. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I guess I'll lock OBS. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we'll lock OBS there. All I'm doing at the moment really is what's it called? I'm just working on comms, like I said. Or Google says it's cooperative play. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds right. Yeah, all I'm doing right now is getting commissions done. I've had this commission for a long time, and my commissioner has been very, very generous with me, with just not, you know. My commissioner has been very good about just kind of letting me go at my own pace, which I feel terrible about because I've literally had this going for ages at this point. Like, this is so incredibly overdue, and I feel so terrible that I haven't given them any progress update yet. So that's where we are right now. We're just gonna get this work done. I'm gonna get this work done. I think. What chapter was I on? I'm doing typesetting for some stuff right. One, like I said at the start, I'd like to get half of this just knocked out. Like, if I have to stream for like 6 hours, that's fine. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, here comes the part. Here comes the cooperative play part, chat. Now is the part where I lock in and clam up. So, yeah. There's nothing else to really say. I will be sitting around for a bit. Don't mind me asking, what do I do for work? This is not my main job. This is purely like commission work I do on the side. But the work I do, I'm a wake up, Zett's live. Hi Lee, welcome in. Welcome to a very late stream. The work I'm doing today is a translation commission or a scanlation commission. And if you're into like manga, like anime and stuff, scanlation is like what it's called when people fan translate manga. It's like a catch-all term for like scanning it and translating it and also typesetting it so it looks nice. That's what this is. That's what I'm doing right now. But my actual job is just a normal desk job. It's not color. Yeah. All I'm doing right now is trying to get this done. Because, like I said, my commissioner has been very generous with letting me take my time on this, and I feel terrible about it, so I'm going to try to pick up the pace here. But hi there, Lee. How's it going? How's your day going? Or your night? Once again, whatever it is, wherever you are. Oops. Whoa, okay. That's big. Whoa, that text is... Oh, that's why. Jesus Christ. Why is my text set to like 20? It's not... It's supposed to be like 12. If that. Probably better to be at 11. Yeah, that's... My God. Casually have a cool... This is not my job. Like I said, scanlation is not my main work. This isn't even like something I normally get paid. This is usually like a crime of passion. Yeah. Last time I did a scanlation stream, I actually showed what I was working on. You don't watch like anime? Okay, then it's just like a it's a catch-all term for translating and then putting the words into speech bubbles on a comic. I've done it for TV shows too, but yeah, it's nice. It's casual work, and it's something that when I'm doing like this, I can't. Just because you had to clean up the dusty old storage unit. That you're fine. How about me? I basically just woke up, actually. You know, I feel bad about basically taking 2 Mondays off in a row now. Today, the reason I took off so much is because first of all, I woke up way too late yesterday, and so I wasn't tired when I got home from work, which meant I couldn't sleep. But other reason is that I was staying up, trying to like, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna like lock in for a second here because I gotta reword some stuff, and I can't do that while I'm trying to talk. Okay, sorry. I had to, like I said, I had to lock in for a sec there to reword some stuff I'm working on. Is this right, actually? And sorry, I'm once again having to lock in. Check. Scanlation is an occasionally thankless job, but, you know. The main thing is that it requires just a lot of focus. It requires more focus than you'd think. Like, I'm never particularly comfortable with talking or like watching stuff in the background while I do this. Just because it's like, yeah, I'm like trying to figure this out. This looks off. Why does this look off? Is this skewed the wrong way? I just started and this shit already looks wrong. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. This text barely fits into this box. Eesh. I don't want to make this any smaller though. There's gonna be like almost illegible. I'm gonna have to just make it smaller. There's no way to reword this anymore. Damn. On Twitch and YouTube too. Whoa, let's go. On both. Your chat gets to show up on screen now. Let's go. Congrats. But yeah, my day was good. The reason I was up really late as a result of so when I'm at work. Oh Jesus! I keep forgetting to remove that. Here's your squat. 1 there. I gotta remove that fucking thing. Oh God. But yeah, oh God, what did I just do? Okay. But when I'm at work, right, I work a pretty quiet desk job that just involves kind of sitting around, and I'm a night security guard, is the easier way to put it. So a lot of what I'm doing is purely watching security cameras where nothing's happening. And it's like there's motion sensors on them anyway, so I don't even really need to watch them that intently. But it gives me a lot of free time to just hang around and do nothing. And so you watch Hunters on YouTube, so you're gonna make me squat. Jeez, alright. But yeah, I have so much free time when I'm working, and like I'll usually fill it by watching like YouTube videos and stuff, or drawing, but recently I've been trying to get back into reading. And when I'm reading, you know, sometimes I read books, but sometimes I read fan fiction while I'm at work, just as like a, you know, a time passer. And last night while I was working, I happened, you know, I was scrolling through the fics I normally read, scrolling through the kind of common categories, and I spotted one fic that was really big. This fic was, I want to say, like gosh. This fic was seriously, like, I'm trying to think of the word count. I don't want to like look it up right now because I do want to keep working, but it seriously must have been like probably, I'm gonna say 120,000. Like big significant amount of words on this thing. And FNAF type stuff as my job, yes, basically. That's the joke I always make, is that I'm doing FNAF shit at work. But yeah, so I found this really long fic. And my immediate intent was like, wow, this sounds interesting, but this is also so long. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read this over the course of like the next week. And it was like 48 chapters. And so my immediate thought was, oh, I'll read this over the course of like the next week. And it'll be really, you know, it'll work out really nice. Now, what size is this one? 37. Really should just copy paste these. Don't mess about. Whoa, that's actually too big. Dang. Yeah, my intent was like, oh, here's this really long fic. I'll read this over the course of the next week. This will keep me busy. Nope. They don't give me the flashlights now. I think there is a flashlight in my bath, but yeah, no. I saw that fic. I was like, oh, this will take me like a week to read through all of. I read all of it. I read all of it, like across a single sitting. It was pure like, yeah. I started reading it as I was leaving work. I got through like 15 chapters. I was like, this is incredible. This is like, what the fuck? Why is this person writing fanfics? They should have a massive selection of novels published. What the fuck? And I get home from work and it's like, you know, I don't want to wait till my next shift to read more of this. I pull it up on my phone and keep reading it in bed. Like, I get home at like 7, and by the time I stop reading, it is 12. I was lying in bed reading this fic for 5 straight hours. For 5 straight hours, I was in bed reading this shit. I get to like chapter 35, and then it's like, wow, this was great, but I really have to go to bed now. So I pass out, wake up like 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. It's like, I gotta keep reading. I gotta keep reading this thing. I gotta keep reading this shit. So I'm lying in bed. I posted on Twitter saying like, oh, I'll probably stream at like, you know, 4 or like 9 p.m. You know, 9 p.m. CST. I'll stream. Yeah. Didn't happen. I was lying in bed. I finished reading that shit while I was in bed. Just the entirety of it. Read. I get to the ending and there's just, oh. That's media. That's why you read. You know, that's why you read books and just novels and anything of the sort. It's because, like, there is just a factor to it. There is a sense of overwhelming, you know, it's the thrill of, like, reading something so good and then finishing it. And it's like, well, now what do I do? I finished it, but now what? You know, what happens now? I'm done. Like, that's it. It's over. I read all of it. What more am I meant to do here? And just, there wasn't anything. I stopped because there was nothing more to read. And it was such an empty feeling in my heart. It was like, but I don't want to stop reading. But this is so good. What do you mean I have to stop? That can't be right. That's not right. I can't stop. This is like a life-changing piece of media. What the fuck do you mean I have to stop? But I did. And that's just how it was, unfortunately. And now I'm like sitting here. I literally finished reading it like right before stream started. And now I'm sitting here like, I want to reread it. I want to start rereading it, and it made me want to write again. Like, just in general, is like a, you know, oh, but yeah, it's so good. It was so good. I don't think I'm gonna. Oh, oops. Right. Oh, that's not right. Okay. Yeah, it was just, oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, it's very much so like the kind of thing where it's just so crazy that that can happen. You don't like reading like that? You wish you could. You get so much more knowledge. Honestly, I've found, like, for me at least, the thing that kind of got me was realizing that the stuff I was reading so often was just stuff I was not interested in. Like, stuff I didn't care. Like, the reason I've thought for a long time I didn't like reading, but that wasn't the case. I didn't like, it's not that I didn't like reading. It was that the stuff I was reading kind of sucked and wasn't good. And so once, like, it took reading stuff I was really interested in to realize, like, oh, reading's actually super fun and rewarding, you know? And so that, I think, you know, if you find you can't read super easily, I highly recommend, you know, just reading fan fiction, because that'll make you realize, like, oh, I actually really like reading. It's just I was reading books I wasn't like. Don't force yourself to read shit you don't like, you know? That's so stupid. Like, you should, like, there's an argument to be made about, like, expanding your horizons and, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone, but don't do that to start with. Like, if you feel like you don't like reading to begin with, then read some, you know, read schlock. You know, think about the movies you like and, you know, read books that are similar to them. You know, don't read shit that's like, oh, you heard it was really good. Read stuff that immediately sticks out to you as interesting. You know, that's what got me more interested in reading. I think that will apply for most people too. But, like, you don't dislike reading, you dislike trying to read pretentious schlock that you have no interest in. Read schlock you like. You know, stuff you want to read is stupid shit and you read for school and such. Well, you know, that's why, I mean, if you're reading, I recognize that, like, if you're reading for school, then it's like, it's a lot harder, you know, to read for pleasure as well. Because it's like, you know, you're already reading for what is essentially work, and the idea of reading on top of that for pleasure is just not, like, particularly enticing. But I do really think if you can manage a break from reading for work, reading for pleasures are really good. And reading stupid shit is fine too. Like, don't be too ashamed of going to your local bookstore and grabbing a young adult's novel. Like, if you've not been reading for most of your life already, there's no shame in reading a book meant for a younger audience. Because it's like, that's also kind of, you know, it's simple stuff. You know, it's easy stuff. And it can be a nice gateway into reading more complex stuff. You know, I love reading. Reading's fun. I don't do it as much as I should. Like, this is probably the most I've read in a long time. But it can be so rewarding. And fanfics, again, are you know, fanfics can be a really great way to dip your toes into that. Because there's already an investment when you're reading fan fiction, you know? Like, if you're not into reading and you start with fan fiction, like, you know, reading a book you've never heard of before, you have to get invested in character. You know, you have to get invested in the story. And that can be really hard if you just don't care, right? Alternatively, though, you know, having just some kind of thing already there, like something you're already interested in, is it makes it so easy, right? Like, it's so simple at that point to get into it. I really do think it's worth it. But that's me. I'm a reader. I enjoy it. I think most people would enjoy it. They just don't realize it. But that's up to you to step out of your own comfort zone. Figure that out. Oops. Like I was saying, though, this shit I was reading, oh man, it got me. It got me good. It's the kind of thing you read, you know. It's one of those. It's the kind of story where it's like, you know, you can sit there and read it, and it's like, oh, this is, you know, really cool and interesting, because it's not like if you're like kind of averse to the idea of fan fiction, like encroaching on pre-established characters and potentially being like, you know, out of character for certain stuff, a great way to just sidestep that as an issue is to read fan fictions that focus on like side characters or just unrelated characters, you know. It's so easy, is the thing at that point. And that's what this fic was. That's why I think it was so good. It's just like, oh, this is it. This is that. This is that good shit. This could be on a fucking paperback, baby. This should be on a hardcover. Oh my god. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I loved it. I was so enamored by what I was reading. And that just comes down to my personal taste, I suppose. You know, I can't recommend this fic to people who aren't interested in the original work it's based on, because like there's just nothing there for it. You really think, you know, it would work. Try it out. Well, I hope you can get into reading. Reading. I love reading because it can give you moments like this where it's like, you know, you're sudden like. Stories are so good. Books, novels, stories are so good because it's exactly it's literally just like you get to experience something so incredible, and it's like, oh, I mean, God. Ugh, sorry, I'm like still kind of reeling from what I read. Because it really was the kind of thing where it's just like, wow, that was crazy. That was, ugh. Like, I'm upset that I finished it. I'm upset that I finished it so quickly. So, like, that, I should have savored that. I should have, like, read that and savored it for what it was, for the story it was trying to tell. Because, like, I dropped in on it. It is, like, I dropped in on reading that thing. Like, the reason it popped up on my radar is because the final chapter got posted this morning. And I was like, oh, cool. This fic just finished. Perfect thing to binge. And now it's like, I know there's no more. And even if there was going to be more, it's not going to come out for ages because the author just finished this massive work that took him, like, that's the other thing. This person wrote this shit in, like, 5 months. Like, that's really crazy. Like, that's real fucking skill. That's real shit. Oh my god. Oh. But yeah. Ugh. Now I don't know what I'm gonna reread it. I'm gonna read the author's other stuff after this. That I'm gonna do that instead of playing Neo 2. Which, by the way, Neo 2 streaming this Friday. I haven't played that game on stream since I tried to do a randomizer run. But I've been playing it recently. And I'd like to do some streaming. Because I'm having a lot of fun playing. Some things don't have 5 hours to spend reading and also need to know what happens. Yeah, no, that's the issue. That's the thing. Like, that's just what reading is, you know? Like, you are going to have moments where you stop reading and it's like you need to know what happens next. But that's how you know, a TV show works. If you have to stop watching on, like, you know, you can't binge an entire TV series in one sitting all the time either. You know, you gotta stagger it, and it's the same with reading, you know? Like, getting sucked in is the best part. And it's like, oh, that's what makes it good. You know? Like, oh, God. Oh, God, just thinking about this is giving me, oh. I gotta read some more stuff. I gotta read again. I gotta go crazy with some of this shit again. Oh my god. I gotta start writing again. I think when I don't know. I've been intending to take a break from my, like, super intense drawing. Like, recently. Like, I plan to do it in November as, like, a NaNoWriMo type thing. I haven't sipped my coffee at all, by the way. I just realized. I'm planning to do it as, like, a NaNoWriMo thing. But now I'm thinking maybe I should just get right back into it. Like, go for it. Like, hardcore style. You know? I love reading. There was a period where I thought I hated reading books. Where I thought, like, oh, I don't like reading. This just isn't for me. I shouldn't be too upset over it. Because I was reading a book that sucked. Because I was reading a book that was just terrible. Just was not good. That was not interesting to read. It wasn't, you know, satisfying. It didn't have, like, a satisfying conclusion either. And I took that to mean, like, oh, I don't like this book that I've been told is good, so I just don't like reading it all. And that just wasn't the case. the fact was, I just didn't like that book because that book was bad. You know? And that's common thing. Like listening. Audiobooks is also a great way to do it. Like, if you like an audiobook, you're gonna like a book. Also, welcome back to YouTube. Like, I'll listen to audiobooks on, like, long drives and stuff, or also if I'm, like, taking a bath or doing a lot of chores. Maybe if I'm going for a bike ride, I'll do it. But yeah. Alright. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh. There we go. Sorry, I'm encountering a minor hiccup with the chapter I'm doing. There's occasionally a really weird placement of stuff that I gotta work around. And that's just part of the gig. Yeah, I've got so many books I gotta, like, catch up on reading. And now, like, reading this, it's, like, it's very clear to me. Like, this has been very clear to me for a long time, and I just haven't known how to get into it. But it's very clear to me that I just love rom-com books. Like, I just love I love slow burn romances, man. Like, it's so good. It's always so good. And it's, like, sitting around is like, oh my god. You can't have earbuds in while you walk in public. You only do it at home. Someone's gonna jump you? Damn. I mean, I never worry about that too much, but I guess I get it. Sort of, you know. I'm paranoid enough, though, where I'm watching my shadow when I walk, you know? Like, I'll watch my shadow when I walk, and if I see a second shadow pop up, like, that's enough awareness, you know? But, yeah. If that's a concern, too, you can also have, like, there's earbuds that intentionally, like, let in sound. You know? Yeah, but again, I don't know. Reading's fun. Also, having earbuds in while I'm riding my bike is also something I'll do. It's like, no one's gonna jump me while I'm doing it. All I have to worry about is cars, and they're not gonna fucking honk at me. They're just gonna run me over if they're gonna run me over. But, you know, that's it. I also live in a pretty bikeable area, so... it's not the biggest concern for me. Yeah. Obviously can't speak for other people when it comes to things like that, but, you know. Also, if you're trying to find something you'd like to read and, like, online searches aren't giving you good results, just go to a library. You probably have a library near you. Go there and ask them. Ask your librarian for recommendations. Like, sometimes it'll burn you, sometimes they'll give you a terrible recommendation. It's happened to me, you know? But most of the time a librarian can give you pretty solid recommendation, like for books you might enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, it's a library. Just return it. There's literally, if you live in the United States, where I'm pretty sure most countries have libraries, then just go. You probably have a library that you can access for free because you pay tax. You know? Just go there and take out it. And there's no commitment. You know? You get like a week with it. 32 months. Okay, so maybe not. But maybe not then. But actually, no, that's not true, because almost every library that I know of, at least, uses an online thing where you can check out ebooks. So there's still no commitment, you know? You gotta go into your library once to get a library card, and then set up a Libby account, probably, and then you just have books. Then you never have to go to your library again. You do it all from your phone, and it's easy and it's perfect. There's no commitment, you know? Make it a day trip, make it a weekend trip. Take it as an excuse as a vacation, you know? Go 32 miles away and check things out. Also, 32 miles, motherfucker, it sounds like you live in the United States. the 32 miles is like not a significant drive in the US. Come on, we're not Europeans. We're not Europeans here. We can do a 2-hour drive. I don't know your situation, so I'm sorry if I am like overstepping and, you know, not taking proper context in, but yeah, I think there's a great, I think libraries are just so fantastic. Like, I would spend so much more time there if I had time in the day. There's like activities a lot of the times too. Obviously, if you don't live near one, that's just, you know, unfortunate, but no, you can. This text bubble does not want to fucking work with me. This shit. I can't make this smaller than 10 pixels. This is just gonna have to be like kind of fucked up, I think. That sucks. Ugh, I hate it when this happens more often than I'd like. But it's so annoying when like, this is a random issue that most people will never face in their lives, but sometimes you can't fit words. The way Japanese is written makes it really easy to compress a ton of stuff, but sometimes... Oh, thanks. What did you redeem? Oh, posture check, thanks. Town is 20 miles. Okay, yeah, so it's not like an uncommon trip then. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, I'm still like, I don't know. I'm living in the afterglow of this book. It really was, or of this fanfic. You know, it's just one of those things. I don't know. It's really like you have to read it to understand like the feeling it gives, because there's not a comparable feeling. You know, I love it so much. I can't believe there was ever a point where I didn't think I loved it. This is one of those text bubbles that's giving me trouble. This is one of the ones that's giving me grief. Called oh, the fic I read? Are you talking about the fic I read, or is something, or like the thing I'm working? The thing I'm doing is called Scanlation. The fic I was reading, don't remember that. I'm gonna look it up now, purely because I can. I'll tell you the name of it. Oh my god. Why? Let me go to my AO3 bookmarks. The fic I read was called Lucky Ribbons by Trips Out 2. Yeah, literally updated today. It was updated today at like 5 a.m. with the final chapter, which was technically the epilogue chapter. And just... I'm looking at it. I'm getting like there's like a rock in my gut right now just looking at this because it's so good. It's the kind of thing you look at and you just think, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, just pure. Ugh. I wish I could forget I ever read it and then reread it. Holy shit. Mind you, this is a fan fiction. Fan fiction is not applicable in the same sense, right? Like, you kind of need... Fanfics kind of require a pre-existing, like, interest, right? Like, you can't just... I mean, you could. Like, there's no guarantee you won't like it. But it's, like, typically, it does require... Like, that's kind of what's nice about fan fiction as like a casual reading experience, is that you don't have to get invested from the ground up in characters and settings. You're already invested, right? There's not, there's not an obligation on the writer's part to do that. You can kind of just jump right in. It's why a lot of them tend to be so short too. Is that there doesn't have to be a conclusion. The story already exists. There's already a conclusion. But when the fics do have to when a fic cares enough to set up stuff again for you to understand. Oh. Had we up at 5 a.m. for work? Jesus Christ, isn't it 12 a.m. for you? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, Mason? Go to bed. It's 11 for me right now. So that's not an issue for me, but Jesus Christ, Mason, go to bed. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here and hanging out for me. But go to bed. Also, an hour has passed and I've only done one page. Oh, we're in it. We're deep in it. This shit, we're not finishing this shit tonight. I'd be lucky if I finished one chapter. Oh my god. That's why I got my coffee. Gonna lock in. Lock in. I'm thinking I might not make it to the point I originally wanted to, but whatever. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. There's a lot of books. Or there's a lot I'm trying to read. I checked out a bunch of books from my local library, and I'm meaning to read them, but it's just like constantly delayed, and that can lead to feeling kind of guilty in situations like this where I read a big long fanfic and it's like, oh yeah, this was great, I read all this in one sitting, and it's like, you read all that in one sitting but you couldn't read the books you fucking checked out specifically to read that you wanted to read. It's like, you know, books. I love I don't know, not even like exclusive to books, but like in general, I love just reading. I hate to say the words consuming media because it sounds so soulless. It sounds so like devoid of care for the actual stuff you're reading. But it's like, you know, as a catch-all, I love watching movies, I love playing games, I love reading books, I love listening to audio dramas. I love just experiencing stuff and then getting that feeling after the fact of like, I wish I'd never read this so that I could read it again. Like, oh, hi Baki, caught me saying that shit in 4K. Caught me saying what? I like consuming. No, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say I like consuming media. Please, Baki, I'm sorry. How's it going? How's your night going? Welcome in. I'm talking about a fanfic I was reading. Hope your night's going well. Fucking AM for me. I'm done for. I'm sorry. 8 AM for you though. Nice morning stream for you then, huh? Nice way to start your morning, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Talking about reading. Talking about how I like reading. How I like, I don't know. I just love stories. I love stories, and as much as I hate it, yeah, as much as I hate the feeling, I love when I finish a story and I'm just left with like the despair of like, well, now what? Well, now what? Like, that's it, you finished it. There's nothing left, you know? Like, what are you gonna do now that you finished it? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I read it. right? Mogo? What am I? Yeah, Mogo. What the fuck is Mogo? Glad you're Reddit.com. Dang. Welcome to me. That's not correct. There's no way that. I said it's probably this. When did I switch to fucking a Japanese? God damn it. What? Get off the fucking Japanese keyboard. Oh. Yeah, Ugh. I don't know. Stories are so good. I can't imagine being the kind of person who's like, oh, I don't like reading or I don't like watching TV or anything. That's not for me. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong with you? That can't be correct. You're insane. You've just never like gone into these things with open mind. You know, like, I don't get it. Ugh, I'm staring at this pic. I just want to read it already. Oh, I think it's shit. Damn it. Hate words. Oh no. Love words. That's why I'm trying to. Why I'm still trying to write my stuff here. You gotta take breaks. This project I'm working on right now is like one of the big reasons I haven't been writing like new lore stories. It is because like I feel like I shouldn't be writing stuff for myself when I owe stuff to other people, you know? And it's got me sitting here like this. I don't even think it's that bad, you know? This is a cool stream to do. Obviously, if I was writing instead of this, I wouldn't be able to talk at all. I'd just be locked in completely. But yeah, reading's fun. This has happened to me before too. Like I've read, sometimes you'll just read a fic that's like, ugh. Just, what the hell? What? You don't recover from stuff like this. You don't recover from stuff like, you just don't recover from stuff like this. This is not how it works. You don't come back. from listening to something so good. My stomach hurts just thinking about it. Like it really is just. I'm gonna think about that fucking story for ages. I don't know if I'll ever get over like what I read being as good as it was. You know, because it's like, God, how do you get over that? How do you get over something like that? How do you get over reading one of the best fucking things ever? How do you read that? What did you do? I bet there isn't a rebounding from that. This is the last thing to do for this page. I cannot figure out how to make it decent. I guess I'll just make the text really big. All I can do. I'll make the text nice and I'll also change font. Change. All right, let's give this a proofread. This is my first page done. That took a really long time. And I didn't even have to fucking clean this page. This was purely typesetting. It took me like a full hour basically to get a single page done. Technically it's 2 pages, but Jesus Christ. No wonder I've been so delayed on this. Typesetting takes ages. Oh, this looks bad. This is not fit well. Let me make sure the line properly. It's like oh yeah, it's aligned right. I don't know why it looks weird. Wait, what's even going on? Oh, this is a co-working stream. This is the idea of a co-working stream, like cooperative play, is that we all sit around and get work done. This got delayed because I couldn't sleep, and I unfortunately, unlike my gaming streams where I can be kind of disoriented and out of it, I cannot be disoriented out of it while I'm trying to do actual work. So, but yeah, I'm doing work privately. That is private work I can't show on stream. And the idea is that everyone does their own work at the same time. Drinking tea while you look at clouds working, if you want it to be, I don't know. You know, working can be anything. It can be getting done personal projects you have. It can be passion projects, anything really. And I've listened to streams like this while I write sometimes, which can be a good time. But yeah, that's really the gist. A lot of this text is just too big. Yeah, I'm typesetting. I'm doing typesetting for a scanlation project I have, and There's a lot of stuff I'm like just noting, not super well spaced. What? Okay. Don't talk to me on background noise. I'm sorry, Jesus. Okay, I'll keep ranting about fan fiction, like, or actually I have to proofread. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I think that's good. All right, there we go. That's, sorry, I had to lock in for like fucking, I had to lock in while I fucking proofread that. Kind of the most important part in a way, because it's where I catch my own mistakes. But that's it. There we go. That's, yeah, that's that done. That's one page. Sorry, that's not that done. That's one page done in 1 hour. 1 hour for one page. I don't think I'm gonna make the progress I thought I was on this, honestly. Yo, this is I said I thought I might finish this today. I said I thought I might be able to finish all of this today. No fucking way. This takes an hour for one page. That's crazy. I forget it. If I take too long to do typesetting, I end up forgetting how much time it takes to type that. Especially cleaning, good god. This is the thing I'm typesetting right now is a 4 coma, which is like the idea is that each page, or like it's just a bunch of 4-panel gags. You can do anything if you lock in. That's right, you can do anything if you lock in on. Hi Jackie, hi. Yeah, no, I don't know. You like a 4 coma is like 4-panel gags, and each one is like its own individual gag, and you'd think that'd be pretty easy to translate. That's what I thought when I took this job. But no, it's really hard because there's a surprising amount of text involved. Oh man, this is rough. But how's it going, Jackie? How are you doing tonight? Welcome in. Welcome to. Well, welcome to me doing work that I've been putting off for far too long. Putting off work I've been sitting on. I have actually turned down other jobs because of this job. Like I turned down one really big opportunity, actually. Not big in like a traditional way, but big in like a sense of like, wow, this would have been kind of crazy to get to work on. Like with it was a group project I was kind of invited to work with. And I said no because I was like, oh, my schedule's, and it's true, my schedule is kind of all over the place where I couldn't necessarily have been able to do that. But it's my own fault for not finishing this in a timely manner. I have no one to blame but myself and my own bad tendencies when it comes to work. Could do something with V-Roid and Picture Maker while working on this upgrade thing. Ooh, fun. I keep meaning to like go in and redo some of my V-Roid. I mean, part of me doesn't want to redo any more of my model because it's like, you know, like I've redid my model so many times, and it's like at this point I'd really like to get a live 2D, and I just feel like there's nothing left really. Jobs will get you. They sure do. Part of me misses like TV translation almost too. Like I don't know. The last time I translated TV was fucking 2022. Was it? Yeah, 2020. Yeah, no, fuck 2022. Start of 2023 was the last time I translated anything like TV related. Actually, it started 2023. That's when I finished my last big TV translation project. Got back into translating a little. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's also probably a good thing I turned down, because it was, the job I turned down was also TV translation, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I haven't done this in so long. There's other people better qualified. I need to like set aside my ego and just be able to say, no, I'm not good for this right now, sorry. Which, you know, there's other stuff too, obviously, like when you're translating TV, when you're translating stuff that isn't finished, it's ongoing, there's a significant risk that you will just end up not liking it at a certain point. You know, that's a risk that's carried with anything, I feel like, but especially with TV, it's like, yeah, no, there's a serious possibility. Like, if I get halfway through this, I just don't enjoy it anymore, then it's like, well, now what? You know, now I'm stuck. Now I can't quit. That'd be so fucked up of me to, like, quit a translation because, like, I didn't like the thing. You know, you gotta lock it and stay locked. Luckily, the thing I'm working on now is something I'm enjoying, so, like, that's not an issue, but, like, the idea that the issue could arise again is frustrating. Like, I don't want to... I'm more hesitant to take jobs now than I used to be because of that very issue. But yeah. Do anything if you lock in hard enough. Oh, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes no, though. I don't know. Sometimes, like, ugh. So, there's some stuff I'm looking back on where, like, I think, like, I'll talk about this because I don't separate the identities anymore. But back in 2023, like, I'd been on such a kick. Sucks, so he had to find another translator. Yeah. Right? That's the other that I feel like definitely wouldn't happen. But, like, oh, I don't know. It has happened. Like, typically I trust my judgment, and my judgment hasn't led me wrong in that sort of situation. Like, with the last time I, like, made the decision to turn down, before this last project I turned down, the last time I made the decision to turn down a project, which wasn't even a project I was turning down. This was, like, purely, like, I didn't even turn this down as a project. I turned this down as, like, a just thing. You know, like, that like, nobody was expecting me to do it. There was no expectation placed on me to do this. It was purely, like, me deciding, you know what, I don't think I should do this. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think I'm going to be well suited for this. And I think I was right. The last time I did that, oh god, this is a fucked up thing. I'm trying to get a good stamp to clean up the typesetting. What the brother? Okay, the last time I turned down, quote unquote, something, and I didn't turn anything down. This was the start of 2023. I'd finished subbing. I'd spent the last fucking year live translating a fucking TV show. And, like, I came out of that like, all right, that was awesome. That was really fun. But I don't know if I ever want to do that again. That's so much fucking work. You know? And this is a yearly recurring show, so there was, like, a part of me that was just like, oh, I could absolutely just keep going, like, start translating the next year's TV show on the spot. And to be fair, I did. Like, I did immediately start working on the next TV show in this series. Why am I fucking beating around the bush? I don't even... I've linked it on my Twitter. I had finished subtitling a show. I don't know if anyone, Jackie might know what this was. It was a show called Advertise Sentai Dom Brothers. And I'd spent the year, like, solo subtitling and translating the whole thing to be released. And, like, I finished it, and then it's like a yearly show that goes on. And the show that came after that was called King Oger, which I subtitled the first episode of. And as I finished subtitling the first episode of it, I kind of, like, had this moment of, like, fucking, I don't get the same vibes from this show I got from the last one. I did do Dom Brothers. I subbed Dom Brothers under the name Zombie. I was technically, my role in the, you know, everyone has a sort of role in the sort of fan translator sub-market. My role was that I was the speed translator for Dom Brothers. My subs came out first because I'd, like, lock in right after the episode aired and work, like, 5 hours straight and pump the episode out super quick for the real crazy Dawn heads who couldn't wait to see it. Like, because my subs were kind of the lowest quality, because there was very, like, the proofreading was, I'd watch the show on, like, 2x speed to proofread, because it was like, okay, I've worked on this for 4 hours already, I gotta get this out. You know, there was me, and then after me, there was Choayu subs. She was, like, significantly higher quality. She was, like, the nice in-between between me and Overtime. Her subs were higher quality than mine, but took, like, an extra 4 or 5 hours. And then obviously Overtime is the one, like, actual people who, like, slept during the night would watch, you know? It's like, you go to sleep at night, and then you wake up and it's like, oh boy, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff Sunday morning. Haha, I did all my errands. You get home, oh look, the good subs. Everyone wants to watch her up. Not to say Choayu, so Choayu had really good subs, and I recommended people go to her when I dropped King Oger. But that was a situation where when I dropped King Oger, for me, it was like, I feel like I'm not going to like this show as much. I feel like I'm not going to be able to stick with it. That turned out to be true. I didn't like the show as much, and I couldn't stick with it as easily. And it was just a situation where I was suddenly very glad I did what I did. You know? I was very happy with the decision I made, because it gave me a year to focus it on streaming, too, and also to catch up on side projects. Which I didn't actually do. I didn't catch up on any fucking side projects. I was just streaming in 2023. But, you know, now I have time. I guess, anyway, that took a really long time to clean this fucking page, and there's still cleaning I have to do. God damn. This shit take a fucking minute. God. Let's just get... I don't typically talk about, like, the translations I've done in the past purely because I feel like it's not relevant to 90% of the people who watch me. You know? Like, it's very much so for me like oh yeah. Like, the people who come to my streams, a handful of them might know what I'm talking about, and the rest just do not, so I just don't bring it up. I got M. Night Shyamalan. What does that mean, you got M. Night Shyamalan? Which M. Night Shyamalan movie are you talking about? Are you saying you got, like... Actually, I haven't even seen Trap. I was about to make a reference to it, then I remembered I didn't ever see it. I gotta watch that at some point. Maybe I'll watch that later. I've heard Trap was really... I should. King Oger, it sure was. I have a friend who really, really liked King Oger, and he was really disappointed I wasn't subbing it. But for me, it was just like, I don't like this show enough. Like, it was fine. I enjoyed it. I didn't ever, like, skip weeks. But it was also like, I could do without, you know? Like, I am enjoying the current... Like, if I was to have translated a show, I would have been more happy to, like, tap into translating Boom Boonger, because it's like, it's a lot better. It's really good. I'm sitting here with, like, no fucking money in my bank account, eating gruel every day, thinking, like, damn, I should buy that $300 fucking jacket they're selling. It's like, no, I shouldn't. What are you talking about, you dick? Don't do that. I didn't know I were the zombie week, motherfucker. What is that supposed to mean? Only Shyamalan movie you've ever seen is Airbender? That is the same for me. Oh, wait, yeah, no. That too, wait, yeah. If you're in my Discord too, there's a user named Zombie Week. And that's just me. That's just me on my alt account. And the only reason I'm on that is because... on my work computer, like my personal laptop, I'm signed into that Discord account, and like, and just, it's purely like so that when I'm at work I can still be on the Discord and have mod privileges. So I was like, let me just add myself so I can do this. Yeah, no, that's me. Yeah, that's just a silly bit I do where I pretend to be like someone holding myself hostage. It's stupid. It's a stupid bit. I'm never on that account except when I'm at work. And the only reason I'm on it as at work is because I can't remember what my password is for my VTuber Discord. And, like, you know, in order to reset it, I'd have to log into my VTuber email, which is not logged in on my work PC, and I don't remember the password to that either. Obviously, I have a backup, but it's like, you know, I don't remember the password. So there's just so many steps I'd have to do. I just haven't bothered doing it. I really could just, like, reset the password on my own time and get in, but, you know. Movie I was referring to is Split. I felt, yeah, I did. That was ages ago, though. I followed, like, a lot of people on Tumblr a long-ass time ago. And, like, in 2020, I think. And just, like, kind of left it at that. Because that was, like, 2020, or 2021, I should say, is when I, like, started getting back on Tumblr. To, like, because it's, like, I was getting sick of Twitter at that point, and I was like, hey, Tumblr's pretty good. Now the opposite's happening, except there's no alternative for me to jump to. But, yeah. I'm mutuals with Pep on Tumblr. We both like old men and Jen. But yeah, no, I don't go on Tumblr anymore. Most for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason being that Tumblr doesn't fucking work on my computer. Tumblr literally does not fucking work. Like, I'll try to log in on Firefox, and it's just, it takes like 10 minutes to load. And it's the same issue on fucking Chrome. And it's like, this is just, I don't care enough to log in. Half the people I followed on, like, a lot of the people I followed on Tumblr were specifically, they went to co-host actually. Which, recently I got an email from co-host saying they were shutting down. Which sucked. And now I have no clue where any of the people I used to follow went. They're probably on Blue Sky, actually, now that I think about it. Like you said, like Blue Sky, I mean, I have a Blue Sky. I think my Blue Sky, is my Blue Sky linked in my bio, actually? My Blue Sky linked below? That might still link to a Blue Sky titled Block the VT, actually. Actually, it definitely does, I'm realizing. Yeah, no, it definitely does not link to the right Blue Sky. I'm, like, just now realizing. That's bad. Ugh. I should fix that. But yeah, on my Blue Sky, I just literally all I do is at the moment at least, all I do on my Blue Sky is post art. Like that's all I'm using it for at the moment, because like I hate cross posting. I think it's such a miserable fucking thing to do. And just like that's why I don't post on my VTuber Tumblr anymore either. Because it's just like this is so much work. There's like nobody I even follow who's on Tumblr really. Certainly not VTubers. As like I'm just gonna leave this. I'm just gonna leave it. You know, this doesn't matter. That link belongs to the link lock. Yeah. It's because I changed my Blue Sky username to fit Zett Asteria. Oh, stupid. Oh well. That's how it goes, I guess. I'll fix that after stream. But yeah, I don't know. My plan at the moment, I mean, I'm on Twitter right now because Twitter is where all the people I follow are. And that's probably how it's going to stay. You know, I highly doubt the people I follow on Twitter are suddenly going to make the switch to Blue Sky or something. And that's like, you know, whatever. I am going to stay on Twitter until it goes belly up. And that's just the way I'm going to go. You know, that's the way I'm going to go out. You know, I'll ride it out till either everyone I know leaves or until my Oshi leaves. That's just the way it's gonna be. start your day. Have a good one. Have a good day, Baki. I hope you have a nice actual morning instead of being like me, who's up at almost midnight doing typesetting work that I really should have done months ago. And yeah, I'm the same. Like, I get that a lot of people are switching, but it's like, you know, you see people post about it. It's like, you're not gonna stay over there. You're not gonna stay on fucking Blue Sky. Like, come on, be for real. You're coming. You'll be back. You'll be fucking back. Nobody ever stays gone. That's just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if my Oshi leaves the platform, I will go wherever she goes. But otherwise, I'm staying on the sinking ship. I'm gonna be the last one off on the lifeboats, and if the lifeboats are still even there, that'll be a miracle. But yeah, I just. I feel like even trying to find a better social media is like kind of a thankless task. Because I mean, what the hell? What even is there? You know, there's not even really. I mean, there's like. What? There isn't. There's like nothing better. The option I always saw people going for was. Co-host is like this is basically just a better Tumblr, you know, run by better people. Then I got on co-host and it was like, I mean, I guess, but there's like nobody here. It's a dead. There's like 1,000 people on this website total. You know, this isn't like. I don't know. It's. I'm not surprised it's shut down. I mean. It's a shame, but that's like how social media and streaming platforms are like notoriously not profitable at all. You know, they don't make money for the people who run them. That's why they always get bought out and then have like terrible decisions made. Like Twitch, like it's like public knowledge, I feel like, that Twitch loses money every single year. Like, that's why they keep making their shit worse and worse. Like that's why like the fees keep going up. Because they don't make money to begin with. You know, they're towing the line as much as they possibly can, it feels like. Just to see, like, how far can we go before people actually start leaving. I feel like the only current legitimate alternative is, like, Kick. But Kick is, like, you know, I'd rather stick on shitty Twitch with its awful practices than go to Kick. Like, what the fuck? And then there's YouTube, which is just not a serious competitor at all. You know, sorry to YouTube VOD watchers coming in, seeing this maybe. But it's just like, it's not. I remember when Mixer was like being presented as like, oh, this is a real alternative. We've got Ninja on Mixer. We're coming into the market hot and hard. And then Microsoft bought them and then shut them down like almost immediately. And it's like, okay, well, what did you buy them for if you're going to shut them down after a year? Like, surely you didn't think it was going to turn a profit right away. Surely you didn't think it would turn a profit at all. Like, what? It's like, you know, it just seems like the way it goes. Microsoft likes things that close them just for the pleasure. Yeah, that's Microsoft for you. I mean, that's the crazy thing is that wasn't even a competitor. Like, Microsoft does not have a streaming platform. They bought that to make a competitor. Like, they bought Mixer because they wanted a streaming platform. And then just realized immediately, like, oh, this isn't actually making any money. All right, we're going to sell it. We're going to close it. And then, like, direct people, like, to Facebook Gaming. I remember that was the big thing, too. Like, they told people, like, oh, go to Facebook Gaming instead. It's like, what the Facebook Gaming? Like, huh? What? You paid billions of dollars for a platform and then paid millions more for a bunch of brand deals and then just told people to go to Facebook? Like, what? There's no way Facebook paid them enough money to make it, like... It just reinforced the idea that no one at Microsoft knows what the fuck they're doing. And it is just a company on the verge of fucking collapse at all times. Which is very funny. Like, just like awful fucking, just completely unaware of what's happening at any given point. Like, wow, yeah, you guys are doing great. Good job. You've done it. You've lost another billion. What's your next masterful gambit? It's like, oh, our next gambit, we're gonna spend another billion. This time we're gonna do it though. And it's like, all right, that's good for you, Microsoft. Like, good luck with that. What a stupid fucking company. But yeah, especially with recent closures, it feels like I'm waiting for the day. Ninja, was he Facebooking? I feel like he went right back to Twitch, and Twitch, like, welcomed him with open arms. Like, I'm pretty sure his contract just, like, was canceled. Like, he got his money and then he was gone. Like, Ninja really came out of that, like, so fucking, like, on top. Like, can you imagine, like, oh yeah, you're exclusive to Mixer for 2 years, and then it's like within 6 months they shut down. It's like, well, you know, because we're canceling our end of the contract, we're gonna pay you the full amount, you know, but consider going to Facebook Gaming, please. And it's like, nah, I'm going back to Twitch. Fuck you guys. Just immediately back to Twitch like nothing ever happened. So fucking funny. Yeah, the string of closures has me, like, fearful every day. Like, any day now I feel like I'm gonna see the announcement that Obsidian's getting closed, and that terrifies me. You know, because it's like, ugh, like, God. I feel it in my bones. It's gonna happen any fucking day. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that feeling. I obviously hope it doesn't, but with the way Microsoft is operating at the moment, it's like, ugh. Yeah, I have to imagine streamers who take exclusivity contracts like that, just like, they're so smart to do it, honestly. Because it's like, it is just the immediate, like, sense of like, oh, yeah, of course this shit's gonna go south in like a year. I'm not going to they know they're not going to lose a significant audience by doing it. They only have things to gain from taking these fucking deals from stupid ass executives who are like, yeah, we're going to be the next big thing. And they, of course, they know, like, no, you're fucking not. This is going to last a year and I'm going to get bank. It's like, good for them, honestly. I gotta respect it. That's it. Then you see, like, what was it? There's like, I don't know. Whenever I see new social platforms pop up, I do have to respect the hustle. Even if I don't respect the person in question, I respect the hustle. You know, it's like, yeah, no, you're probably a scumbag, but like, you know, you're there to make the bank, and I respect it. Yeah, there's like, this is such a fucked up. I left. I'm like, there's like a 1 pixel difference in this fucking line I'm trying to typeset. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, I'm like always suspicious when I see new platforms pop up, because it's like, you know, like, no. No, nobody's gonna fucking do that. Nobody's gonna make that switch to a random new platform that they know nothing about, that has no reputation. Like, come on, be for real. Like, I remember a couple months ago, not to trash the people who try to do it. Like, I respect that you want to like make a better platform to people to use, but like earlier this year there was like it was billed as like a VTuber exclusive social media and streaming platform, and I saw that and I was just like, what are you guys fucking, nobody's gonna fucking use that. What are you, crazy? Nobody's gonna use that. Like, guys, have you ever seen the fucking indie scene for VTubers? Nobody is going to do that. What are you thinking? And of course, that's exactly what happened. It shut down. I don't even know if there was like a lot of fanfare to it or anything, but shut down. Surprising. Yeah. Which is, again, it's a shame. It's also like, I don't know. Like, it's people, normal streamers are already like fighting for the crumbs of what Twitch can offer. That's like asking people to migrate to a brand new platform that has no draws to it. It is just like I respect wanting to do it, but it's just, I don't know. I hope a good, better alternative comes along. But unless there's like an actual, you know, like mainstay to come in and fill in the gaps, I just don't see it. Which sucks. What's going on? It feels like something's fucking skewed. It feels like there's like, all my text is like off center for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it. You know what? Here, I feel kind of bad actually. Hang on a second. I feel sort of bad that I'm sitting here not show. I will hang on. I'm still working. There's still like a lot to get done, but here I'm gonna give chat. I'm gonna give y'all chat. Quick, a really quick little. I'll post one of the text bubbles I did. I'll post this. This will be your preview for what the hell I've been doing for the last. Here's your preview on what I've been doing for the last 2 hours. For the shit I've been working on. Here's your preview. Here's what I've been doing for the last 2 hours. Here's the shit I've been typesetting. I'm not a stray. I'm a good girl. You're a loyal dog. So please praise me. Who the fuck? Who's putting fetishes in my commissions? Oh wait, it's me. Except it's not, because that's what's fucking written there. Oh. Well, no. Oh, that's not right. Jesus Christ. Wait. Oh. Doing that actually just fucked everything up really. Like a dog. Like a dog. Bark like a dog, actually, though. Crazy. Actually, unironically, pat me on the head like a dog. Freak shit. Also, I'm not worried about posting this random out of context thing because there's like nobody in chat who's gonna know what the fuck this is about. And the only people who might know what the fuck this is are not here, they're sleeping. So I've not worked. I really do gotta. Oh god. I'll be shocked if I actually even finish 2 full chapters. I mean, I'm gonna finish this chapter I'm on, obviously, but my god, this takes so long. Typesetting is great. I know I said it already, but I always forget how much work actually goes into this. Respect to the fucking actual hustlers who are out there translating shit, like, and having it out the day it releases. Like, that's crazy. I mean, like, I can't get that kind of shit done at all. Like, I did that once. That was the first big thing I translated, was something that I was basically translating weekly as it came out. It was like, it was still coming out like a day or 2 later. No, not the day of release. Bark like a dog for me! Oh. Crazy. Fucking crazy. This whole fucking thing I'm translating is just crazy fucking Yuri. My god. Deranged kind of shit. Absolutely deranged Yuri. Oh. Wow. Like, wow, okay. That's oh wow. You're sure doing it, huh? Fuck, I just covered that up. I don't know what the hell. Looking back, I do... just doing this, like, the little details you have to put in do give me such, like, I don't know. Part of me is very much so of the mind that, like, everyone should do something like this once or twice, like... just because it's such, like, a tedious and thankless thing. Like, not hard, just, like, it takes forever to do. And you're adjusting stuff, like, by pixels. And it's just like, it's so much time spent doing the most tedious shit ever. And it's like, wow. The people who do this, like, actively are so crazy. But yeah. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Stop it. Shit. Oh, fuck. Come on. Don't fucking do that. Oh. It's the pixel by pixel stuff that really gets me most of the time, I feel like. It's just like, oh my god. It's just a matter of editing literally like 1 pixel things. This is like really the kind of work that I'd love to do with just stuff in the background. God. Just... well, though. I realize I'm like clamming up and quieting a lot, which seems to just be like what happens on co-working stream. I guess I should embrace the dead air more. I don't know, I feel like I've spent so long at this point training myself to completely avoid dead air that like trying to intentionally create it. I'll say though, I really want to fuck. I said it earlier in the stream. I really want to reread that fucking fanfic. My God, what a. I gotta go. Like, I gotta make friends with people who are into romance novels, so I can talk to them and get recommendations. Cause like, God. Just I need to read romance that's like actually published, so that once I read it, I can then go and read fanfictions of said novel. So I don't have to just read fanfics, cause like, like, whoa, what is someone gonna write a fanfic of this fanfic I read? No. I'm simply in hell. Simply in hell. There's no way out. No way out except to reread all 48 chapters, all 100,000 words. I wonder if my commissioner would notice if I slip in a tiny little Metal Gear reference. I wonder if my commissioner would be at all upset if I did a tiny little silly Metal Gear reference instead of a direct translation. I feel like they wouldn't mind. They're pretty okay with me taking liberties. Just a little tiny reference. They won't know. I don't think they've even played Metal Gear. And it's basically it's basically a one-to-one translation of what's being said anyway. I'm just making a tiny little modification. They might mind, but they probably won't. Alright, that's another page done though. Let me do my proofreading, which means time to lock in and quiet it for a second. Oh, that's what the fuck happened there, actually. What the hell? Oh. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Oh man, this is just a bad. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened here? This looks wrong. Hang on. Did I forget something here? No, this is. That can't be right. This can't possibly be right. No, it is right. What the fuck? This is so fucking. There's so many issues like this. I hate. It just looks wrong. I know it looks wrong. My commissioner is gonna know it looks wrong, and there's just nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about this, goddammit. Shit. This look. Okay. Okay, nice. That's another page done. Love to see it. Now I've got the last page of this chapter. All right, we're one chapter down. These chapters are only 6 fucking pages. It's taken 2.5 hours to get this far. That's crazy. I'm so out of practice. I really need to just like set aside time every single day to work on this. Because it's obviously not going well otherwise. Like, I don't know. I gotta like, there's so few things I can do. Like playing this. It's just like playing this. While I do this, there's so few things I can like do at the same time. It's just like, God. Whatever. It's fine. Just, this is why it takes so long. I think I'm just gonna do 2 chapters. Maybe I'll only do, fuck, it might, shit, I don't even know. We'll see how much time, if I've already gone 3 hours, how much time, I'll only do chapter. Honestly, the reason part of me wants to stop streaming and just keep doing this privately, so I can, like, what's it called? Watch streams while I do it, or listen to copyrighted music. Like, I'm playing, like, copyright-free tracks right now. So it's kinda easy enough, but it's like, ugh. I am the one in charge. That's right. This is my stream. I can do whatever I want. Wait. How? Shit. I would totally just, like, put on a stream in the background, honestly, and have that playing. But the issue for me is that, like, I don't know how to, like, set up my Spotify so it's playing music, but only to OBS. So, like, I don't know, like, I just don't know what I do there. Sure, there is a way to do it to, like, reroute the way my stuff works so that you guys can hear Spotify, but I can't. But, like, I don't know. I should really look into that if I want to keep doing co-working streams. That said, I don't know if I am going to keep doing co-working. These are cool, but, like, really don't feel like the kind of thing I do. Oh, having to not talk is feels odd. System. I'll look into it after stream. I said, I really just want to listen to copyrighted music, honestly. Which I can't do on stream. I know I technically could and just unarchive, but I don't want to have to. I don't like unarchiving stuff. No. That's like, that feels weird. Okay, my eyes hurt from staring at my screen for so long without a break. I did it. It took me 2.5 hours, but I finished a single chapter. I finished one single chapter's worth of typesetting. Wow. Oh, man. I am... Oh, I need a sip of coffee. I was a bit sip. Hold. All right. What do you think? If I do another chapter, it'll probably run up to like 5 hours. Honestly, I'm considering. Let me check. Let me look ahead to the next chapter, see what kind of work I'm looking at in terms of purely in terms of SFX work. In terms of cleaning, I'm gonna have to do. Cleaning's not too bad. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have much SFX at all, actually. Maybe a couple instances, like. You know what? I think I can pull off another chapter. Yeah, I could totally pull off another chapter. That's what I'm gonna have to. Gotta do some stamping. I just gotta look up. Fucking. I really should have organized my translation sheet here better. Like. Which one am I even fucking? Which one am I even on? What the heck? Did I not mark this properly? So. I have no clue what style. Fuck it. Let me undo all the work I just did so I can fucking check and see how this name is written. That's... I don't know what the fuck font that is. Oh well. I think impact is what I've typically used for. Yeah, we'll use impact. Impact is a pretty nice font. That's the font they use for Resident Evil. Impact is the Resident Evil font. Who doesn't like impact? Weirdos and freaks and psychos don't like impact. Everyone loves impact. Impact, great. heading out for the night? Well, thanks for coming, Jackie. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. I think I will actually end after I just finish this cover page, honestly. Just because I think I'm gonna get this work better a lot easier. If I'm doing this, like, without the stress of stream on me. The stress of stream was enough to get me to actually start working again. Which I will call a victory. Thanks for coming, have a good night. It's satisfying when it's done, I'll say. It's very satisfying when this is all said and done. I get to look at the finished product and kind of admire what I've done, but it's the lead up to it. Definitely gets me a bit. Gotcha. Okay, that's one chapter plus the cover page of the second chapter done, which is nice and separated now, and which is good and ready for me to send to my. I am going to pray they do not ask me why this took an ungodly amount of time, but that's good for now. I will continue to work on this throughout the night, in between some smaller breaks. Frankly, I'd just like to have full use of my monitors again, because for this whole stream I've kind of been sitting here with my OBS scrunched into a corner of the screen, then my Google Doc scrunched into a corner of the screen. I've been using that as a tab to switch to like G-Show and stuff to double check translations and check for synonyms to stuff. All a very long and frankly not particularly fun process. But it is what it is. I am happy with the work I got done. It did get done quite a lot. We're just kind of short of 2 hours, or just short of 3 hours, which is fine. I'm not terribly concerned with that. I'm happy with the progress I managed to get done. So yeah, thanks a bunch for coming tonight. This was a weird thing I've never done before, but I think I won't do this again. This was a cool way to like kick myself into starting work again. But keeping up the work is just so difficult when I'm like trying to also stream at the same time. So I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. I hope if you watched this or the VOD, it's just some background noise. I hope you were able to get your own work done as well. I wish I got more work done, but you know, getting something done is always better than getting nothing. I did get something done tonight. I made a nice little progress milestone. So I will come back to this later. But yeah, for now, thanks for coming. Hope you had a good night. Wednesday, I'll be back at 6 p.m. Central to play, what am I playing on Wednesday? Right, Dead Rising 2. I'm finally getting back to that after like, man, how long has it been since I played Dead Rising 2? Like, over a month maybe? It's been a long ass time is what it's been. We're gonna get back to it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all. I don't know where else, but I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all. No, wait, yes I do. What am I I'm delirious now. I've been working too hard. I need to take a break. I need to take a break, read some fan fiction, then get back to it. You know? Catch up on this thing. Look at that little fucked up thing there. Wow. This is such a fucked up thing I'm translating. I'm just kidding. I like what I'm translating. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. Anyway, have a good night. Bye!